Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio. Ours is a place where dreams take flight, voices are heard, and stories are shared. This is where cultures meet, connections are formed, and ideas are transformed into action. This is your destination for authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives, and meaningful conversations. We're where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover our world of education, entertainment, hope, and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our USA Global TV channel and download our USA Global TV app. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. With heartfelt thanks to our executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, music scored by Yifei Tang from Cloud Road Music, creative direction by Paul Garcia, and I'm Al Cini, and I'm very proud to be part of the USA Global TV and Radio family. So join us here at USA Global TV and Radio. Make us your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication, or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited. Thank you for being a part of our global community. Let's inspire together.
You want to lose weight? I can help you lose weight in 2 days. Want to gain muscle? I can help you gain muscle in a week. You having problems trying to meet somebody? I can help you meet somebody in minutes, days, weeks, whatever. All these quick fixes. Do they really work? I'm Justin MIRIGLIANI. Great to have you on You as a Whole, Body, Mind, and Soul. Tonight we're going to talk about the quick fix. It's almost impossible. I'm not saying that it's never possible, but it's almost impossible to find a quick fix that actually works. What these companies do is they play on your fears, they play on your emotions, and they try to get you to make a snap decision and cough over money when they're really not selling you anything that's going to work. And I can tell you from my own personal experience, when I started lifting weights, going to the gym, I was 15 years old. I was small. I didn't like being small. I wanted to be bigger. Got made fun of for being thin. And I wanted to put on muscle mass. And I did. I went into the gym and started training at 15 years old and got stronger and stronger and stronger. And eventually got up to being able to bench press almost 400 pounds. Now, there was no quick fix for that. It wasn't, well, if you do this 8 minutes a day, you're going to be able to be this big or this strong. At my heaviest, I was 240 pounds and in shape. Of course, I had a couple of years ago, as if you've been following the show, I had that point where I was actually overweight because I just kind of, from depression, just stopped working out and just lost in muscle and gained a lot of unwanted fat. But other than that, I went from being a very thin kid in my teens, and even in college, I was fairly thin. I was really shredded because I was so thin, but then I wanted to bulk up, and I started doing that really in my 20s, and I got bigger and a lot stronger. But it took several things. It took diet. It took dedication to going to the gym, even when I didn't want to. It took time in the gym. It wasn't 8 minutes, 8-minute workouts, more like an hour and a half. And that's the only way it was going to work. Now, I see this, when I'm on social media, I see this all the time, these ads that talk about, well, you know what? If you want to, one of them says, if you want to be, look good at the beach, go to the gym and look strong. But if you really want to be strong, do military workouts. Don't go to the gym. Now, let me tell you something. I've been in the gym with people who don't do military workouts. They go to the gym and they are unbelievably strong. Now, I was very strong in a top 1 percentile. And yet I see people in the gym that blow me away. So my 385, sure, it's an accomplishment, but I had somebody next to me one time benching over 500 pounds. You want to tell me that guy's not strong? How did he get strong? Went to the gym. But this military workout thing is you got to pay a certain amount of money, whatever it is, because I'm not paying for it. And they tell you that you're going to be stronger and transform your body in 28 days, just working 8 hours a day. That will not happen. It's not going to happen as much as we want it to, because listen, if that worked, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. Everybody would be in the shape they want to be. Think about it. If you had only had to give up 8 minutes of your day, and you could be whatever body type you wanted, you could shred yourself, you could lose weight, you could gain muscle, all that stuff, and all you got to do is punt 8 hours a day, or 8 minutes rather, 8 minutes a day. Would you do it? I don't know many people who wouldn't. It's just like anything else. There's a Tai Chi ad that comes up, and it says, again, I don't know where they get this magic number of 8, but it's always 8. 8-minute abs. I remember when I was a kid, my grandmothers, I think, had, or my grandmother, one of them, and some other people I know had 8-minute abs. All you got to do is work on your abs for 8 minutes, and you're gonna shed fat, and you're gonna have muscle in your stomach. You're gonna have a 6-pack. It's gonna look great. I guarantee you, without any question in my mind, that the people on the box of that VHS tape, because that's how old it is, and the people who were on the commercial, guarantee you they worked out more than 8 minutes a day. There's no doubt in my mind. Same thing with these military workout. Don't go to the gym. Work out 8 minutes a day, and all you have to do is body exercises, push-ups, sit-ups. They made a ridiculous claim in there. If a person who goes to the gym, they're not really strong. If you ask the person who goes to the gym to do push-ups, they're not going to be able to do 20 push-ups. Really? Because right now I'm injured, but when I'm at top physical peak, when I'm healthy and strong, even at 51, I could do probably close to 100 push-ups in a minute. Now, I don't do the military workout, yet I could do 100 push-ups. So don't fall for these ridiculous claims that the only way you can get strong is if you do military workouts. The only way you can lose weight is if you do Tai Chi 8 minutes a day. The only way you could get the abs you want is to do 8-minute abs a day. That's just not realistic. It's not realistic. It's same thing with, do you want to die alone? Do you think you'll ever meet anybody? Why doesn't the girl or the guy that you're in love with want to give you time? Right there, they're playing on your emotions. Yeah, I'm lonely. Yeah, I'm in love with that girl, or I'm in love with that guy. Why won't they give me the time of day? I can't figure it out on my own. But the magic trick is behind this curtain. They're going to teach me how to do it for only $2,000 or whatever it is, some ridiculous amount of money. They're going to change you, and you're going to become irresistible to the opposite sex or whatever you prefer. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know how you attract people? You be you. That's it. That's the magic trick. And you don't have to pay me $2,000 to hear it. I'm telling you for free. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. They're playing on your fears. Like, you won't be able to find love unless you pay them, because they have the secret. There's no secret. It's all about who you are, who you connect with. Now, I believe some of this stuff in the past. I'll admit it, because they're good at it. Hey, look, if it didn't work, they wouldn't do it. They do it because it works. My hope is that I could help you figure it out like I did, that, you know what, if it's too good to be true, 99% of the time it is. Learn a language in just 6 weeks. And all you got to do is we'll tell you, but you got to pay us first. We're going to give you the secret, but you're going to learn a language, and it's going to be done in 6 weeks. You'll be fluent. No, you won't, because it takes people much longer than that to become fluent in a language. Learn the guitar. How do you learn the guitar? Well, we got this special trick. We bypass all the other stuff. You know, all the things that you were taught before. Throw them out. They don't mean anything. They're not. It's all smoke and mirrors. We got the answer. You want to be a great guitar player? I know you do. Come on. They got a secret. They're keeping it though. Or my personal favorite. We got this great thing. There's a lady. I think her name is Marnie, the wing girl. I think is her name. And she says things like, "Men, do you want to meet women? And you're doing it all wrong. And you got to do this, this, and this." So she kind of gives you some ideas. And then we get into but if you want to learn the whole thing, and I've helped, I don't know, 20 million people. I'm just making up a crazy number. I've helped thousands and thousands of people find love because I teach them the right way to approach women. And men are irresistible when they learn my system, and they can land any girl they want, and women will be knocking down their door. Are you tired of being lonely? And there we go. That's the fear thing. And then what I love that they do is they say, well, we can't give it to everyone because if everybody knew it, then it would be a problem. So we're going to only let it happen. We're going to sell it, but we're only going to sell it to 1,000 people. So you better jump on board now, because once we sell to 1,000 people, that's it. No one else is going to be able to get it. You're going to be left in the cold, and then you're going to die alone. Come on. That stuff works. But it works because of our own brain telling us that, oh, there's got to be a way that I can get what I want quickly without the hard work, without trying. And there's a secret to it. And I just don't know the secret. If only I knew the secret. What's behind that curtain? What don't I see? What don't I know? It's not a secret. It's not a secret. You want to get big and strong, and if that's what you want, and I'm not telling you that you have to. I'm not saying because I did it that you have to do it. I don't look down on people who don't train. If you don't want to, don't. But if you want to get bigger and stronger, push-ups are not going to do it alone. They're not bad. And certainly doing them 8 minutes a day is not going to do it. The rule of thumb, and it's amazing when people, to me, yes, as time goes on, we have science and we learn new things. That's true. And sometimes we find better ways of doing things, more efficient ways to do it, ways that are give you more results. That's true. But for the most part, we know what you need to gain muscle. And that's resistance training, weightlifting, and pushing yourself to go a little bit further. So increase the load. So if I bench press 225 for 7 reps, the next time I go in the gym, I got to bench press 225 for 8 or 230 for 7 reps. Progressive overload is what it's called. Almost couldn't remember the terminology, but that's what it's called, progressive overload. You're not going to get stronger unless you do progressive overload. Some people will put on the bar 135 pounds, and they'll bench press it 70 times. It's diminishing returns at that point. It doesn't make any sense. They say, well, yeah, I did more reps. At some point, it doesn't do anything anymore. Your body's not going to get bigger because you're not overloading. Your body's used to that weight. It doesn't matter how many reps you do. Really, how you get bigger and stronger, the magic number is 1 to 30. So 1 rep, if you do a 1 rep max or you do 30 reps, that's where you stay in gaining muscle. Really, you want to stay between 8 and 12. That's usually the best. We've known that for years, though. This is not new science. This is not some crazy scheme. You only go to the gym for 8 minutes. Why would you drive over there for 8 minutes? What would be the point? Do you really think that you're going to get the body you want, if you want to change your body, in 8 minutes a day? I guarantee you the answer is no. I don't care what these charlatans say. Take this pill. You'll lose weight rapidly. Really? No, you won't. And if you do, it's probably dangerous for you. It's probably something that's not healthy. Now, I'm not saying that everybody can do this, but if you're dedicated, you can lose weight pretty quick, especially men. For men, the metabolism is a little different. And if you're heavy, if you're already thin or at least in shape and you want to drop a few pounds, it's much harder than if you want to drop a lot of weight. So in 2023, I was so depressed and didn't even care anymore about my physical well-being, my body. I just felt completely lost. And I gained a lot of weight, lost a lot of muscle, almost all of it, gained a ton of fat. And not just my appearance bothered me, but also the fact that I would go to the doctor and the doctor said, "What is going on here? You're way overweight and your blood pressure is terrible. It's like 152 over 107 or so. I can't remember the exact number. My resting heart rate was like 103 or 108, whatever it was. It was terrible. Resting heart rate, not during exertion. Resting heart rate. So blood pressure was high. Heart rate was terrible. Cholesterol, not good at all. Everything was just falling apart. And he said, "Do you want to?" At the time, I was 48. "Do you want to see 50?" I said, "Sure, of course I do." "Well, then you're going to have to make some changes." So what changes did I make? Well, I went on a diet. And when I say I went on a diet, I ate the right foods. I didn't starve myself. I did intermittent fasting. And then my body got used to it. So I wasn't hungry. And I worked out very hard for an hour and a half a day, 6 days a week. And then I gave myself a day to rest because you absolutely need rest. And I got my sleep. That's key. If you want to gain muscle, you got to sleep because your body regenerates itself during sleep. And 9 months later, I went from 252 pounds of almost pure fat, and I was 200 pounds and pretty ripped. Now, did I have a six pack? No, I did not have a six pack, but I was much, much thinner, a little weaker, not as strong as I was when I was heavy because less body mass, but I looked better. When I went to the doctor, all the doctors that I go to said, "What did you do? How did you do this in such a short amount of time?" I had to get an endoscopy done in a year ago, actually, in January. And my doctor said, my GI doctor, Dr. Prieto, who saved my life 10 years ago, and even more than that, really got me through a rough time in 2003. But when I went, Dr. Prieto said, "I know that you've gained weight. I know that you were out of shape. I want you to go to the anesthesiologist. And I want him to see whether you're okay to go under or not." And I walked in and the anesthesiologist took a look at me and said, "Why are you here?" I said, "Well, Dr. Prieto wanted to make sure that I was okay to get anesthesia." He said, "Of course you are." He just looked at me and see, Dr. Prieto hadn't seen me. The last time he had seen me, I was very heavy. So this doctor said, "Why are you here? How did you?" And he said, "How did you do that? How did you lose that much weight that fast and be healthy? And all your numbers are great. Your cholesterol's down. Your A1C is down. Your testosterone has gone up. All these things. Your resting heart rate is better. Your blood pressure is better. What in the world? Like, how did you do this?" I said, "Well, I just worked out and I changed my diet and I was dedicated to it. And over 9 months, I was able to get here." It's not that I'm extraordinary, because I'm not. Everybody can do this. It's if you want to do it. And if you do, then do the work. If you don't, that's okay. But if you're looking for an easy way, you're looking for the 8 minutes and I'm done. You're looking for the pill that's going to fix it. You're going to be disappointed and poorer because you're going to be spending your money on things that just don't help. Now, I'm not in any way saying that Ozempic and some of these drugs that help people who are obese lose weight, that they don't have merit, because they do. Because obesity is not an aesthetics thing. It's a health issue. It has nothing to do with whether someone's attractive or not. It has everything to do with, will they be able to live and have grandkids and get old. I mean, if you're like I was at 252 pounds, and if I didn't do anything about it, and I just kept gaining weight, I got up to, let's say I got up to 300 pounds, then I'd be obese. I'm sure I would have diabetes. I'm sure that my heart rate would have gotten worse. I'm sure that my blood pressure would have been terrible. My cholesterol would have been up, and quite possibly would have died or been confined to a wheelchair or whatever terrible thing was going to happen. Now, if you're in that position, you can't lose the weight because your body composition doesn't let you do it, or the medical issues that don't let you do it. Ozempic and those drugs are great. Manjaro, I think, is another one. Those are all really viable options. But those should not be used by people who have the ability to lose weight and change their health. A shot's not the answer. You live on shots your whole life? It's just like when I was a young guy in the gym. I'm 51 now. But when I was in my late teens and early 20s, I would go to the gym and people would say, do you want steroids? You're already big and strong. You're already muscular. Could you imagine what you'd be like on steroids? See, they played into the doubt that I had about myself, right? If only you did steroids, could you imagine how much faster you'd grow? You imagine how much stronger you'd get much more quickly? Think about that. They played on my insecurities. So I researched steroids. I wanted to take them. I was like, well, you know what? They're pretty big, those guys. They're in great shape. They're pretty big. Maybe it is worth it. So I did my homework. I tried to figure out whether it was safe. It's not. It's not. There's a trade-off. The trade-off is you could have really, really damaging effects from steroids. Even prednisone over a long period of time is not good for you. Anabolic steroids are terrible for you over a long period of time. In fact, even one dose, that's in your system forever. I've never taken steroids. Did I want to? Yes. Did I do it? No, because I knew after doing the research, it wasn't worth the trade-off. Hairy liver or liver damage, enlarged heart, high cholesterol, very, very high cholesterol, bone loss. There are many, many things. Hey, Claire. Claire's in. Good to see you tonight. Thanks for looking in. All these terrible things that have happened. Yeah, I mean, would I have gotten bigger and stronger and look better? Sure. But is that worth dying young? I don't think so. I mean, do you really want somebody to bury you at, Claire's tuning in from work. Do I really want to have a situation where I die and the eulogy is, but he looked good. He was very muscular when he died. What good does that do? It doesn't. Would it have been a shortcut? Yeah, it would have been. Would I be bigger, stronger, and look better and feel better? Probably. But the risk wasn't worth the reward. There are no shortcuts. There really aren't. You know, when you do work, when you go to school, or like I said, learn a language, when you learn anything, there's nothing that takes the place of repetition. Nothing. It's not like you could just learn it. All you got to do is just this, this, and this, and we figured out a way to circumvent the rules. It's not how it works. Human beings need repetition. They need to do things over and over and over again. One of my professors rather, in college used to say, if I say something twice, write it down. That's not like he's saying don't write down anything I say. But I remember him saying this very passionately. If I say something twice or more, write it down because it's important. Not that the other stuff wasn't important, but that was even more important. That's why he would say it more than once. I never forgot that. Why? Because your brain needs repetition. Why do kids do homework at night? Repetition. Do you think it's because teachers want to assign homework to ruin kids' lives? No, of course not. Do you think teachers want to grade homework? Do you think they want to go home and have to grade it? Or do you think it would be easier for them just to be like, yeah, you know what? Whatever. I taught it in the class, and if they remember, they remember. If they don't, they don't. No. They give homework because you need repetition. It's not just learn it and then it's it. It's over. For 25, 26 years now, I've been a corporate instructor. And I tell people all the time, you could pay the money to come to my classes. And I believe they're important. I think they help you. But if all you do is take the class and you spend 6 hours with me and you don't do anything to reinforce it, you'll be back. And that's return business for me. So I don't mind training you multiple times. And I'll tell them this. I'm straight up about it. Now, it's better for me financially. If you need to come back, I get paid again. But why would you want to do that for yourself? Why wouldn't you want to learn it and then practice it? And I'll tell you, over my career, I've seen people come back 2 and 3 times, maybe 4 times. Why? Because they said, I took the class and I didn't use it for 7, 8 months. And I couldn't remember anything. And they say, I feel embarrassed. I said, don't be embarrassed. You're human. That's what happens. There are no shortcuts. You got to do the work. And it's everything. I take medication for depression, OCD, and an anxiety disorder. But medication alone is not going to fix that. It's medication that kind of helps you, it takes off the edge. But it's the work that you put in that makes the difference. I was on a ton of medication for a long time and still depressed and still anxious and still obsessive. Now I'm on much less medication, much less. And it was the work that I put in when I went to the hospital back in July and August and the intensive therapy that I got that made the difference. I went from despair to feeling really good. I got rid of my benzodiazepines. I can't remember now. I can't remember the pronunciation. The benzos are what they're commonly called. I was on benzos for like 17 years, something like that. I'm not on any of them anymore. I was on pretty high dose. How did I get off of them? Because I did the work. I did the work. I didn't just say, you know what, I'm going to get rid of them and take another drug to take their place. Again, I do take medication now, but I take medication and it's much less. It helps, but I also had to help myself. It wasn't like take this medicine and all of a sudden you'll be perfectly fine. It doesn't work that way. So the quick fix, that's what the whole show's about, is it's very, very rare that a quick fix is going to give you what you want. It's usually going to take work because, again, if everybody did it, or if everybody who wanted it did it, they'd get it. Then what's the value? It's that easy. I'm looking at AI right now. I see ads again. Take our 6-hour class and you will be a master. You within, again, they use the magic number 28 days. Why? Because that's a month, right? February's got 28 days in it. So they use the magic number 28 instead of 30, 31, 29, 30, 31. So 28 days. You'll go from not knowing any AI to being an AI expert. Do you really think it's possible to become an AI expert in 28 days? No. I've been working with AI for several years. I am not an AI expert. Now, can I train it? Yes. Can I make you better at it? Yes. Am I an expert in it? No. Why? Because I don't have enough time under me to be an expert. That's the way it works. You want to fly a plane? What do you need? Hours in the cockpit. You can't just say, I want to be a pilot. So just teach me how to be a pilot. And I'll take one lesson and then I'll just get it. Or I'll take 10 lessons and I got it. No, it doesn't work that way. You take the lessons, yeah. But then you get in the cockpit and you get your hours behind you. And that's how you learn. And that's how you reinforce it. You know, it's sad. JFK Jr. He didn't have to die. But he overestimated his own abilities. He just said to himself, well, I've done this enough now. I got it. Don't worry about it. It cost him and 2 other people their lives. For what? For what? So you have to do what you think is best. But there are many, many people out there who are going to play on your own insecurities and make you feel like without their help, you'll never make it. They're the only people on earth that will be able to get you what you want. And then they scare you with, but if you don't do it, that's okay, but you're going to die alone. You're never going to meet anybody. You don't know how. There's another one I just thought of as I'm saying this. There are colognes that they sell that supposedly have pheromones in them. And when you wear these colognes, women are mesmerized. They become completely unable to resist you. You become irresistible. Come on. Really? That's not going to work. Yeah, it might smell good, but it's not a magic potion. How long have we been doing magic potions? Think about, you've seen it many times. In old days, they would have the traveling medicine man, and he would have an elixir. And the arm wrestling, he'd be arm wrestling. He'd call somebody out of the mark, out of the crowd, a real thin, skinny person, and they would arm wrestle this huge guy, and the guy would just destroy the thin guy. And then the thin guy takes a big gulp of this elixir, and all of a sudden he's unbeatable. This big, strong guy who there's no way this thin, skinny weakling could beat him. All of a sudden beats him, and they're like, everybody's forking over the money because they want to be the big, strong guy too. So they're going to pay their money to get it. Yeah, because they're playing on your insecurities. We're still doing it today. But today, we could do it to many more people because we have this thing called the internet. That's what makes it even more pervasive. I'm not saying that I didn't fall for this stuff. I have. Pyramid schemes. Have I fallen for pyramid schemes? Yeah. Yeah. More than once? More than once. Will I ever fall for it again? Nope. I learned my lesson. Does somebody get rich in pyramid schemes? Yeah, they do. Some people do. Is it going to be you? Probably not. The odds are that someone else is going to make money off of you. Same thing with crypto. People are like, oh, you got to get into crypto. You have to. If you don't, you're going to miss it. And once you miss it, that's the other fear factor, right? Once you miss it, you'll never get another chance. So don't let that go by, that opportunity. There's always going to be an opportunity with something somewhere at some time. There's never not an opportunity. There's no, well, if you miss this one, you're done for your whole lifetime. No, there'll always be something that you can get into and learn. And you can make money. And you could have a rewarding career. So this idea that if you don't get into crypto, then you're going to be left behind. It's not true. And all you got to do is, as soon as I hear those words, I'm already skeptical. All you got to do is, it's just this easy. The quick fix. The way you get rich is to get educated, make good investments, mostly real estate. That's how people usually get rich, because real estate appreciates a lot. It usually takes time. It's not something that people go from poor to rich. I mean, yeah, does it happen? Sure, it happens. Is it rare? Yeah, very rare. Very rare. How many J.K. Rowlings do we have who she could barely feed herself? And then all of a sudden, she's a multimillionaire with Harry Potter. How many J.K. Rowlings are there? How many people write books and are still poor? A lot. A lot of people write books and are still poor. Most people who write books are still poor if that's all they do. Now, if you do it as a side hustle or if you do it as a labor of love, that's different. You get paid back with knowing that you accomplished what you wanted to accomplish. But if you're looking to get rich off of that or acting, how many actors I know from college? I know so many of them that are still, they're my age and they're in their 40s and 50s and they're still struggling because not everyone is going to be Tom Hanks. In the mall, you see this all the time. Oh, your kid is beautiful. Make her a model. I have this talent agency and we're going to make you a model, and then you're going to be on commercials. And then once you're on commercials, you're going to be in movies and TV shows. And wow, they say that to every kid that walks through the mall because they want money. They couldn't care less. What happens in your case? Yeah, will some kid become famous and rich? Maybe, but it's few and far between. It's not going to happen to everybody. It's like the 1%. Do you like those odds? If I told you you could take this box and there was a 99% chance of something great being in there, or this box, there's a 1% chance of something even better being in that box, why would you take the 1%? It doesn't make any sense. So all of these get rich quick, meet people quick, change your life quick, lose weight quick, get muscular quick, learn how to defend yourself on the street quick. They don't work. They just play on your fears, play on your insecurities. And if they exploit it. So think about it before you do it. Most things take work. Now, do I ever say to people that my training can change your life? Yeah, I do, because it can if you put in the work. I'm never going to tell you that my training, whether it's AI or Excel or PowerPoint or any of the skills that I teach, like conflict management, leadership skills, coaching for excellence, I'm never going to tell you that all you got to do is take my course. It's going to change your life. I'll give you the tools. If you don't use them, it's not going to change your life. You actually have to put it into practice. There's no quick way to do it. It's repetition. And I've said that several times in this show on purpose, because if I say it more than once, it's important. You can't get by with the quick fixes. We all want to get to a destination in whatever it is. I know we're running out of time, but another one that drives me crazy is, again, it's a dating one. Because of my age and because I'm now single, I get these ads, and one of them is, do you want to meet women? I have a way to manipulate them so that they won't be able to resist you. If I have to manipulate someone to want to be with me, why would I want to be with them? Why would they want to be with me? Somebody just posted, I was on this live stream earlier and someone talked to me about a person and I let them go, or let go of them. Yeah. Sometimes you have to let go of people if they're not helping you, not serving your purpose. But I don't want someone to be with me because I manipulated them. That's not real love. That's manipulation. And how long are you going to sustain that? You think you're going to sustain that for a long period of time? No, you're not. You're not. So as we wrap up, I just wanted to bring this up because I'm getting a lot of it. I'm getting inundated with do this, do that, do this, do that. And if you do, it's a quick fix. and you'll get exactly what you want. It doesn't work that way. You actually have to do the work. All right. So confidence is the key. You got to be confident, and you got to know what you're worth. You got to know what your value is. None of these people are going to give you anything worth anything. All right. I want to thank you all for the show this week. Thanks for tuning in, Claire and Jacob and anybody else who is watching. I really appreciate it. Have a great week. Be safe, be warm, and I'll see you next Monday.
Get ready to wear the brand that's changing the world of media. Introducing the official USA Global TV and Radio online store. From our TV show hosts to our incredible global guests, you asked, we delivered. Rep your appearance with pride. Whether you've been on air, hosted a show, or tuned in, we have something just for you. Visit us at usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com and start shopping today. Check back frequently. We're dropping fresh new designs all the time. Showcase your role in our global community. These designs celebrate your voice, your story, your presence. It's more than just merchandise. It's a movement of hope, inspiration, education, and elevated listening. Head to usaglobaltvradioshoп.myspreadshop.com. Your spotlight awaits. USA Global TV and Radio. Elevate your style. Elevate the world.
When we speak, we don't hear. It's abundantly clear. Listening lace is creeping, and nobody's gonna win. Look someone in the eye. If you don't, they surely will cry. You don't hear a word I say, 'cause you always look straight away. Listening laces drive people crazy. Listening laces making us blue. Listening laces, communication goes hazy. Listening laces, listening laces. Da 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 da. Listening laces drive people crazy. Listening laces making us blue. Listening laces, communication goes hazy. Listening laces, listening laces. When you interrupt your friend, you will surely have to make amends. Lady Ella knows the way to help you listen better every day. And what's that? It's listening lazy. Ba-da-ba-ba. Listening laces drive people crazy. Listening laces making us blue. Listening laces, communication goes hazy. Listening laces, listening laces. Listening laces drive people crazy. Listening laces making us blue. Listening laces, communication goes hazy. Listening laces, listening laces, listening laces.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USAGlobalTV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting. We're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dyes. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.